I have received some information that I'm told is a leak from the Justice Ministry.
Oh,
Now, I received this piece of information about an hour ago, and the document is 24 pages long. So, I have not had time to go through it all together. And to be honest, it's not the kind of information that I would understand altogether because it's all like lawyer lingo and stuff. Tuesday, innit? So what I will say to you, what I'm saying to you is, we might have a look at this document tomorrow night. If indeed I'm doing some research on it, because you see how it says the 6th of April? I'm like, is this something that no one's seen before? And of course, there are other people. It's kind of come through people. So there are other people who want to release all the information from it to get kind of the scoop, and we're not going to step on their toes. But we might have a look at it tomorrow. But I do want to show you one thing, right? I want to show you one thing from this, and then we'll get on with the actual show. Lots of words. I have to scroll down to where I was up to because we want to get to the key messages. Because do you know, Chewy,
down.
how we've been told by, I don't know if David Seymour's said this, but certainly his advocates, and I'm thinking of Damien Grant and people like that, have said, the principles, the treaty principles, nobody knows what they are. They're nowhere. They don't mean anything. They've never been written down. Well, this document comes from Paul Goldsmith's office, and there's a couple of things it does say. So we're not going to do this tonight because I've only just started looking at it. A key message is there's already a degree of certainty around what the existing principles are and how they operate. So replacing them will need to be done carefully to avoid creating more uncertainty. So the government, we're not talking about the ACT Party, but the government says that there are existing principles and there is a certain degree of certainty to it, which is a different sounding message than what we're getting as to why we need to hold a referendum or legislation on the treaty's principle. If you notice number 5 there also says, this is the government saying this, there is a significant risk that the bill could generate division that undermines social cohesion and the Māori Crown relationship. That's what they're saying. I've marked a couple more. Number 14, right? Remember, we don't know what the treaty principles are. We don't have treaty principles. No one knows what they are. The government's document, point 14, says the existing treaty principles have been developed over 35 years of jurisprudence and by the actions of successive governments, so there is a degree of certainty about what they are and how they operate. And then it goes through some of the key principles and it mentions those names: partnership, protection, and redress. I think we also say participation, don't we, as the other one for that. And number 15, remember, this is we have to have this treaty's principle legislation because nobody knows what it's about and it means nothing. The principles are a significant part of our constitutional system and can be applied in several different ways. Now, as I'm saying, I've looked at this for half an hour whilst I was getting ready for the show. I haven't given it its due attention. I've already been in contact with a friend of the show who happens to be a former lawyer for the Waitangi Tribunal, and I'll ask that person if there's anything in this, and if they say yes, then we may bring this back tomorrow night, Chewy, and delve into it in more detail. Because to be honest with you, it looks like, because this may have been released already, this may be out there. I'm not saying it is, and people may have gone over it, but I still haven't seen or heard anywhere someone going, hey, you know how part of the government saying there's no such thing as principles, but we say there are? Well, there's another part of the government, as per this document, that says that they're into our legislative maneuvering. It's there. They've been there for a long time. So just a little bit of foresight for tomorrow. And like I said, I don't want to stomp on the people who are going to scoop this if it is indeed a scoop. So, you've got 24 hours, people. There you go. If there's anything there, and then we'll take it tomorrow night.
I mean, Pat, what even is 35 years of jurisprudence when measured against your average New Zealand Herald comment section lurker,
Yeah.
like that really just doesn't understand what's going on. Surely
Yeah.
that needs more weight under the law, which is, I think, what ACT is going for.
Yeah, they want to help us all. ACT is trying to help every New Zealander, and whilst they're doing it, they're kind of reserving the respect required to half of the signatories to the treaty. That's what they're all about, I'm guessing.